Okay, team. Today's session I'm going to cover encryption decryption. Okay. Generally, encryption means the process of converting the data into non-human readable format using some algorithm. Okay. Encryption. The process of converting the data into non-human readable format using algorithm. Okay. And then decryption. Decryption. So, decryption means the process of converting back the data into human readable format using the same algorithm which we performed for encryption. Okay. The process of converting the data back to the human readable format using the same algorithm which we performed for encryption. So, coming to its types, generally, it is classified into three types. The first one is symmetric encryption, and then second one is asymmetric encryption, and then the third one is hybrid encryption. So, the symmetric encryption means here we will use single key. So, using this key, we will do encryption as well as decryption. Okay, and then algorithm types. So this symmetric encryption will support AES encryption, DES, and then 3DES. So these are all the encryption types. So these types of algorithm will supported by symmetric encryption. So coming to its advantages, so if we use this symmetric encryption, So the data encryption will be quick. So it will be very fast. And then efficient. I mean, this symmetric encryption will be efficient for large amount of data. Efficient for a large data. So, and then coming to second one, asymmetric encryption. So here we will use two key. In symmetric encryption, we will use single key, but in asymmetric encryption, we will use two key. The one is public key, and then second one is private key. So public key is used to encrypt the data. Encrypt the data. Private key is used to decrypt the data. And then algorithm for asymmetric encryption. Supported algorithm. Rhythm. Okay. This asymmetric encryption will support RSA, DSA, and ECC. So these are all encryption. Okay. So this encryption will be supported by asymmetric encryption. And then coming to its advantages, so it will be secure key exchange. And then that's it. Coming to its disadvantages, it will be slower. This asymmetric encryption will be slower when compared to symmetric encryption. So slower performance compared to symmetric encryption. Then coming to the final encryption, that is hybrid encryption. It means the combination of both symmetric and asymmetric encryption is called hybrid encryption. Okay. Combination of both symmetric encryption as well as asymmetric encryption is called hybrid encryption. Okay. Coming to its advantages, it will be highly secured. While performing hybrid encryption, the data will be secured. I mean, highly secured. And then it will be, the performance will be faster, fast performance. Okay. Okay. Let's recall one more time. Okay. So encryption means the process of converting the data into non-human readable format using some algorithm. So this is the algorithm. AS, AES, DES, 3DES. So these are all the algorithm types. So I will explain you later classes. Okay. Coming to decryption, the process of converting the data back to a human readable format using the same algorithm. Whatever the algorithm we performing during encryption, we have to use the same algorithm while doing decryption. Okay. Coming to its types, generally we have three types of encryption. One is symmetric encryption, asymmetric encryption, hybrid encryption. So coming to symmetric encryption, here we will use single key. Single key means we will do encryption using the same key, and we will do decryption. I mean, we will do encryption and decryption using the same key. So that's why I mentioned a single key. Okay. And AES, DES, 3DES, these are all the algorithm types. I mean, these are all the sample algorithm types which is supported by symmetric encryption. And then these are all the advantages. It will be very fast. And then this symmetric encryption will be efficient for large amount of data. Okay. Coming to its asymmetric encryption, here we will use two key. One is public key and then private key. Okay. Here public key is used to encrypt the data, and then private key is used to decrypt the data. Okay. RSA, DSA, ECC, these are all the supported algorithm by symmetric encryption. So it will be secured while exchanging the keys. So these are the advantages, and then it will be the performance will be slow compared to the symmetric encryption. Okay. And then last one is hybrid encryption. So here in hybrid encryption, here we will do both symmetric as well as asymmetric encryption. So that's why this is called hybrid encryption. So it will be highly secured because we are performing two encryption, right? Symmetric as well as asymmetric. That's why it will be more secure, and then performance will also be fast. Okay. Now I'm going to implement this encryption decryption in my iFlow. To for to perform the encryption decryption, I I want to generate some public key and private key. So I am going to use one application. So this is called Cleopatra application. Using this application, I am going to generate the public key and private key. Okay, actually it is a Cleopatra is a desktop tool used to create and manage PGP keys. It is commonly used with CPI for encryption decryption. I will also share this application link to this chat. Okay, this is the application link. So you can just download this. Okay, after this session, you can just download and explore the application. Now I'm sharing the link to this chat. Okay. Now I'm going to generate the public key and the private key in the Cleopatra application. Okay, it's loading. Let's wait for some time. Okay, now I'm going to create the new PGP key pair. Here I'm going to give encryption. Encryption and decryption. So it's your wish. You can give any name. So abc at gmail.com. For testing purpose, I'm giving gmail.com. Okay. Under key materials, I'm selecting this algorithm RSA 2048. You can see the certificate. Now I'm going to generate right. The certificate will be validity for, you can adjust the validity period here. So, okay, now I'm going to generate. So while generating the PGP key, it will ask to enter the create one new password. Okay. You can give any password. You can set any password here. Here I'm going to repeat the password. Okay. 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 Now the PGP key certificate was created successfully. You can check the certificates here. Uh, so this will be validity from, this is the from date and to date. Okay. Just now we created right. So this will be validated from 2/1/2026 and then up to 2029. So after this time period, it will not work. So now I'm going to export the public key and the private key into my local system. So here you can see export. You can see public, it means public key. Now I am going to export the public key into my local system, and then secret, export secret key means private key. Okay, while exporting the private key into the local system, it will ask to enter the password. So this password means while creating the key, you enter the password, right? That same password here you have to mention. So we have successfully exported the secret key into our local system. So now you can see public key and the private key. We successfully exported the public and the private key. Now I am going to create a new iFlow in my BTP account. I'm changing this to edit mode. Okay. Now I am adding new iFlow here under the CPI training packages, PGP encryption and decryption. Okay, now I'm going to open this iFlow. Okay, now I'm going to edit this iFlow. Okay. So instead of start message, now I'm going to use the timer. Okay. So under event, you can find the timer here. So, okay. Now I'm going to take one content modifier. Okay. First, let's connect this timer into end message. Now I am going to I'm taking one content modifier here. I'm renaming this content modifier 1 into before encryption. Okay. Under message body, I'm going to maintain some details. Name, age, account number, amount. So I'm going to encrypt this JSON data. Here you can see the security artifacts. So in CPI, we have standard palette function. So you can see. So this is the standard palette function. So from here, I'm going to take the PGP encryptor. Okay. Okay. You can see signature content encryption algorithm. Actually, signature means if you want to do signature for this particular data, you can do. Okay, but I don't want, so I'm selecting as none. Okay, and then content enricher algorithm. So here I'm going to, so these are all the encryption types. So previously I mentioned, right, these are all the AES, Blowfish, Castify, DES, SED, two fish. So these are all the algorithm type. So I'm going to select by default AES. So and then secret key length. It means secret key length means if you increase the length, the data security will be increased, but it will also take more time to process. So I'm going to select 128 as default. And then compression. So in PGP encryption, we have four types of compression methods: ZLIB, zip, bzip2, uncompressed. So these are all the compression types. I'm selecting by default ZLIB. So and then armored. You can see armored means um, actually it means basically this will encode the data into base 64 format. It means protection. If you check this, it will be more protection. Okay. It will encode the data into base 64 format and then integrity data pack. That means it will ensure the encrypted data has not been modified during the transmission. Uh, if the data is altered means while decryption it will be failed. So that's why we will using this. Okay. So now I'm going to duplicate this tab. So now I'm going to upload the certificates. Previously I uploaded, I downloaded the certificates into my local system, right? Public key and the private key. So I am going to upload the two certificates into my CPI. Okay. So I'm going to monitoring section. Under monitoring section, you can see PGP key. So here I am going to upload, first I'm going to upload my public key. So this is the public key. So we uploaded the public key successfully. One pop-up will arise. Once you uploaded the public key, one pop-up will arise. And then I'm going to upload the secret key. It means private key. This is my secret key. So while upload the secret key into your, into the BTP account, here you have to mention the password. This actually, while generating the private key, we maintain some password, right? That same password here also we have to mention. You can see the account. I mean this one. Okay. So you can see we uploaded both the public and private key here. Okay. Now this is the alias name. Here I'm going to, so in this field, I'm going to mention the alias name. Okay. This is the alias name of the keys. Okay. Now I'm going to enable the traces and then save this flow. Let's see whether we encrypted the data or not. The flow started. We got success response. We got success response. Let's debug this. Let's see the final output. Okay. This is the JSON data which we are passing for encryption. So our data is successfully encrypted. So this is the encrypted format. So the format looks like this only: begin PGP message, end PGP message. Okay. So our data will be successfully encrypted. Now I am going to decrypt the encrypted message. Okay. So to decrypt the message, I am going to take another palette function that is called PGP decryptor. Okay. So the CPI will support PGP encryption. So here you can see under security artifacts, I am going to take the PGP decryptor. You can see under processing tab, you can find signature. So previously in encryptor, we didn't maintain any signature, right? So here also no need to mention the signature. Okay. If you maintain the signature in PGP encryption, PGP encryptor, here also you have to mention. Okay. But I'm not mentioned any signature in encryptor. That's why I'm not maintaining in decryptor also. Okay. So now I'm going to deploy. Okay. The flow started. We got success response. Okay. Let's debug this. Coming to body message, this is the JSON data we are trying to encrypt. And then after encryption, this is the output. Now, after decryption, let's see whether we decrypted the data or not. So we finally decrypted the data. So this is how the encryption and decryption process will work in CPI. So any doubts till now?
No doubts.
Okay. So now I am going to connect postman. I'm going to send the data from the postman. Okay. So I'm going to delete the timer. Instead of timer, I'm going to take one start message. Okay. Here the sender is postman. I'm connecting this postman into the start message. Here I'm selecting the adapter type HTTPS. Here I'm deleting the content modifier. Saving this flow. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention the address part. That's why it is showing red color error message slash PGP. Okay. Now I'm going to save this flow, deploying this flow. Now I'm going to take the endpoint under the deployment status. Okay. We got the endpoint. I'm copying the endpoint here and then opening the postman now. And then creating one new request. PGP via CPI. So I'm taking, okay. Okay. So under process integration runtime. I'm taking the credentials. Client ID, client secret. Okay. First, we will check encryption. Okay. Okay. Now the iFlow started. So under message body, I'm sending hi. Okay. Now I'm going to trigger this message. Okay. You can see the output. This is the encrypted message. Now I'm adding the decryption also. Okay. So now again I am saving this iFlow, deploying this iFlow. iFlow started. Instead of hello. So now I'm triggering this message. You can see now we successfully encrypted and decrypted these messages. Let's see, let's debug this iFlow now. Okay. So hello, this is the message which we received from postman. Okay. So after encryption, the message, I mean the encrypted message will be looks like this. Okay. And then after decryption, this is the hello message which we decrypted. Okay. So usually these types of encryption and decryption will performed during while, for example, if we want to integrate any important data like bank related data, payment files. So that time we will implement this PGP encryption and decryption method. Okay. So team, any doubts? Ask me. So please go through the today's session. This is one of the important topic. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts? You can ask now. Sujit, do you have any doubt?
Like we have done only like today symmetric encryption, right? Or
Yeah,
as
yeah.
okay, like in
Asymmetric encryption. Today we,
algorithm we have used AES.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
This
but you
is,
said
no, no, that is example. These are all the examples.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. Last class you asked a doubt, right?
yeah, like
One minute.
like rest testing rest.
Yeah, actually, the issue is not your development. The issue is with the API response. So it is
Okay.
returning some spaces. That's why you are getting the error. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, in online, I searched some other APIs, but it is asking to subscribe.
Yeah, we're not getting any keys.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Sudhir.
And also one more doubt.
Ah,
Like I think it is in content modifier, like or somewhere else. Like we are disabling the CR, like CRSPF protected or like this.
so that is
Maybe
not an issue. No, no.
like why we are disabling that? I mean, so like in real time also we will disable that. Like,
So CSRF means 1 minute.
yeah, in adapter.
Yeah, it means we are trying to send this data, right? Now we are sending the data from third-party application. That is Postman.
Yes.
So that's why we are unchecking this.
Okay, it will block the
Yeah,
part.
block.
Okay.
But this Postman will not block. Okay, I mean some other applications. If you check this, some other application will block.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's why we are unchecking this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Recording stopped.
Okay, team. Go through the session once again. If any doubts, you can ask on next session. Okay. Okay. I think we can conclude now. Okay, team. Thank you. Bye.